Translation and purport by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada ki Jai. Translation. O sage, persons who because of their sinful activities are averse to the topics of transcendence and thus ignorant of the purpose of the Mahabharata, Bhagavad Gita, are pitied by the pitiable. I also pity them because I see how their duration of life is spoiled by eternal time, while they involve themselves in presentation of philosophical speculation, theoretical ultimate goal of life, and different modes of ritual. Purport. According to the modes of material nature, there are three kinds of relationships between human being and the Supreme Personality of the Godhead. Those who are in the modes of ignorance and passion are averse to the existence of God, or else they formally accept the existence of God in the capacity of an order supplier. Above them are those who are in the mode of goodness. The second class of men believe the Supreme Brahman to be impersonal. They accept the cult of bhakti, in which hearing of Krishna Katha is the first item, as a means and not the end. Above them are those who are pure devotees. They are situated in the transcendental stage above the mode of material goodness. Such persons are decidedly convinced that the name, form, fame, qualities, etc. of the personality of Godhead are not different from one another on the absolute plane. For them, hearing of the topics of Krishna is equal to meeting with him face to face. According to this class of men who are situated in pure devotional service to the Lord, the highest goal of human life is Purushartha. Because they engage in mental speculation and have no faith in the personality of Godhead, have no business hearing the topic of Krishna, such persons are pitiable for the first class pure devotees of the Lord. The pitiable impersonalist pity those who are influenced by the modes of ignorance and passion, but the pure devotees of the Lord take pity on both of them, or them both, because both waste their most valuable time in the human form of life in false pursuits, sense enjoyment, and mental speculative presentations of different theories and goals of life. Om Jnanatimirandhasya Jnananjana Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Sthapitam Swayam Rupaha Kadhamahyam Swapadantikam Vandeham Shri Gurav Shri Utapadakamalam Shri Gurun Vaishnavamscha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunathan Vitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadhutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padam Sahagana Lalita Shri Vishakhan Vitamscha. He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dina Bandhu Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namastute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanu Sute Devi Pranamami Hari Priye Vancha kalpatarubhyascha kripa sindhubhya evacha patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namaha. Nama om Vishnupadaya Krishna Preshthaya Bhutale Shrimate Bhakti Vedanta Swaminiti Namine Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabho Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shrivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna. Thank you very much for joining us this morning for Srimad Bhagavatam class. Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya. It is said, and Prabhupada translated, that regular attendance in Srimad Bhagavatam classes. We are discussing on Vidura's talks with Maitreya, chapter 5 of Canto 3. And the section which we are discussing is the section from verse number 10 to 16, where Vidura is expressing his exclusive interest in Krishna Katha. So he has heard a lot of topics, not only from Maitreya, but he has heard from Vyasadeva, and now he just wants to hear Krishna Katha. So that's what he shows his exclusive interest. And we are in that section which started from verse number 10. Now here, Vidura is expressing sorrow. I'm so sorry to see such people who are not serving Krishna. So his lamentation is not for his own condition, but he is seeing the condition of people who are not serving Krishna, who deserve to hear about Krishna, because every living entity has the right to hear about Krishna. Rather, I should say, every living entity has the constitutional position to serve Krishna. And that is why he is expressing sorrow, that these people, they deserve our sorrow. Why? Because they are not serving Krishna. And what is the cause, he is saying? Because of their sinful activities. So he is expressing that due to sin, they are not able to do service. They are denied of the service to Krishna. Because when they commit sinful activities and they are so involved in sinful activities, they are not able to associate with devotees of the Lord. And because they are not associating with devotees of the Lord, there is no service to the Lord. Prabhupada writes at one place that what is the meaning of association of devotees? He said association of devotees means service to Krishna. Because when we associate with devotees, we serve Krishna. So they are deprived of that. And they are continuing their life, as he is saying, ignorant of the purpose of scriptures. They are just continuing. Bhagavatam says, Ayur harti vai pumsam, udyan astam chayan naso, tasyate yachano nita, uttama shloka vartaya. Ayur harti. Every day the sun rises and sun sets. And what happens? One day of the life is gone. Ayur harti. He has taken away one day of our life. Of course, ignorant people celebrate it, right? Every year they celebrate birthday. Happy birthday, right? They have it. What is happy about it? I'm giving the happy news. Ayur harti vai pumsa. 1 year of your life is reduced. You have come 1 year closer to death. Celebrate. Happy birthday. Right? That's what they do, right? So much of celebration, planning, preparation. For what? I have come 1 year close. I'm going to die soon. That's their celebration. I generally feel that only devotees have the right to celebrate birthday. You know why? Because devotees feel, I have completed 1 more year of service to Krishna. Let's celebrate. So that's their celebration. But others, they celebrate because they are coming, Ayur harti vai pumsam, udyamastam chanyannaso, tasyarte yachano nita. It says that, but it doesn't take away the life of devotees. Uttama shloka vartaya, who are engaged in hearing the katha, hearing the varta, or hearing the pastimes, activities, name of Krishna. What does that mean? Devotees do not die? The shloka says it is not, sun is not taking away their life, but is taking away life of others. So they do not die. I mean, at least we see, right? They die. They die or no here in manner? So what is the meaning? Is that shloka wrong? It's saying that it doesn't... No. Devotees are not dying every day. They are going 1 step closer to Krishna every day. That is why sun cannot take away their life, because they are going towards the eternal life. So sun has no effect on their life. But for others, Ayur harti vai pumsam. Right? So now if you see anyone celebrating birthday, please explain them what is birthday, right? Of course, don't disturb. That is also told. Krishna says, don't disturb them. But and I really, actually, they are the one. What he's saying, pity them. They do not know what they are doing. Ignorant of them. So sin, when you have a sinful life, why is it that you are not able to serve Krishna? Because sin wants to stay in your heart. And because sin wants to stay in your heart, that's what is explained in this translation about time and about sin. Sin wants to stay in the heart. So it does not allow you to hear Krishna Katha. See, it is Krishna Katha is available, right? We advertise so much. Okay, we have class, we have this program. Hardly people attend. And even if they come to temple, they are not interested in hearing Krishna Katha, right? Bhagavatam class, less attendance. But for all others, they just come, they just roam around, they like the place, they like everything. But hearing, very difficult, even for devotees, isn't it? We still hearing, in 1 hour you have to sit and hear, just imagine. Right? Very difficult. That is why we have written here time for finish of the class. We have not written when you should start. Starting can be late, but finishing should be on time. Isn't it? We should write here also that, okay, class starting time. I'm sorry, but this is like, in every place this happens. So sin does not allow you because it wants to stay. So it wants to protect himself. Sin wants to protect. So what it does, makes you forget about Krishna, doesn't allow you to develop interest in Krishna Katha. And if you have that mood, then what happened? Sin eats you up. Time eats you up. Sin is not allowing, and time, as it is written here, that I see how their duration of life is spoiled by eternal time. So then time eats you up. Eats you up means what? Finishes your, you were supposed to meant to use that time for Krishna consciousness, but you're using it for all other activities. So, here we can say 3 types of people are mentioned. Jiva Goswami giving a commentary on this verse, he says 3 types of people are mentioned. One who have faith, one who are faithless, and one who are opposed to Krishna. So these kind of people are there who were mentioned here. Prabhupada is explaining about them in the purport. Now, when we see that people are averse to Krishna, people are not coming to Krishna, but they are so much attracted to the illusory energy Maya. So is it that Maya is more attractive than Krishna? We should stop calling Krishna all attractive. Isn't it? Right or wrong? Why are we calling Krishna all attractive? Maya is more attractive. That's what we see at least, right? So people are not attracted to Krishna, they are attracted to Maya. What could be the reason? We are sure Maya is not more attractive than Krishna, because Krishna is all attractive. He is the master of Maya illusion. Then why is it that people are so engrossed in all materialistic activities, but very difficult to give up and come to Krishna? Why they are not able to do that? If Krishna is attractive, everyone should. Like if you have a strong magnet, all the iron filings will come to magnet, right? There is nothing the magnet has to do. Why people are not coming to Krishna? Why they are not attracted? Whose mistake is this? It is all Brahmaji's mistake. Right? Why are you looking at me like this, as if you are all hardcore fans of Lord Brahma? If I said something wrong, as if I said Brahma's mistake, everyone knows. How can you say like that? It is Brahma's mistake. Brahma has been blamed right and left. Even gopis are blaming Brahma, saying that you don't know anything. You don't, you made your eyes and then you have these eyelids and, they keep closing. We are not able to see Krishna. So it is Brahma's mistake. When Brahma created So he was bringing the conditioned souls into this, into the material world. He created 5 kinds of illusions for them to become completely engrossed in this world. And they are Tamishra, Andhatamishra, Tamas, Moh and Mahamoh. 5 kinds of illusion he created. So next time if anyone asks you, why are you not performing devotional service? Why are you attached to sense enjoyment? Blame it on Brahma. Okay? It's because it's Brahma who created. What is the first one? Tamishra. He created Tamishra is what? You forget service of Krishna. You forget that Krishna is the supreme enjoyer and you come into enjoying tendency. So if we have this enjoying tendency, we are not able to serve Krishna, it is all fault of Brahma. After today's lecture, I don't know Brahmaji what he will do to me, but anyway, I have faith Krishna will protect. So he created like that. So we have this enjoying tendency. This is called Tamishra. And all of us have that. All the conditioned souls have the enjoying tendency. We cannot give it up. We seek material enjoyment even in devotional service. I am giving lecture because afterwards all of you should say, AtulKrishna Prabhu. Very nice lecture. That's my motive, isn't it? Yes or no? We seek material enjoyment even in devotion. See, speaking about Krishna, such a wonderful service to Krishna. But there also we are seeking that enjoyment. I should be glorified. Krishna should not. I am glorifying Krishna for my own glorification. Just imagine. So we seek this material enjoyment. We have this enjoying tendency in everywhere. We want, even when we come, we want some position in the temple. Okay, I should become this, I should become that, I should be the temple president, I should be the GBC. Of course, we say this is only for service. But we know why we want. Isn't it? Enjoying tendency so much. And then if it is there in devotees, then what to talk of those who are not in devotion? They only have enjoying tendency. Here we at least try to curb. Here at least we try to stop. Here we at least we don't show. They are openly showing, yes, enjoying tendency. This is what it is meant for. So this Tamishra leads to Andhatamishra. Because we have such enjoying tendency, then what we consider? We consider death to be the ultimate end. That is, death is the ultimate thing. That is Andhatamishra. As Charvak Muni puts it, Rinam kritva ghritam pivet yavat jivet sukham jivet bhasmi bhutasya dehasya kuta punar agmano bhavet. This is a wonderful philosophy which people follow. We are not supposed to follow, we say people follow. What is it? Rinam kritva, he says take loan. Ghritam pivet means eat in ghee. Right? That means live an opulent life. So, Rinam Kritva, that means beg, borrow on steal, but enjoy life. Rinam Kritva Gritam Pivet, Yavat Jivet Sukham Jivet. As long as you are living, enjoy. Why? Bhasmi Bhutasya Dehasya. This body is going to be finished. Kuta Punaragmano Bhavi. You are not going to come back again. That means if you have taken loan from the bank and you die, who bothers, right? Bank people will not come behind you, after your death. Would they come? Nobody comes after that, right? We have a company in India called Life Insurance Corporation, LIC. And they have a motto, with life and after life, something like that. Jeevan ke saath bhi, jeevan ke baad bhi. Doesn't happen. Nobody comes. So he said, don't worry, take loan. And when you die, who bothers? Sorry. Please don't follow this. Take loan, and I'm just telling because we have Shastras tell us that if you take loan and you don't repay, what happens? So Rinam kritva ghritam pivet yavat jivet sukham jivet bhasmi bhutasya dehasya kuta punaragmano. You're not going to come back, so enjoy. I'm sorry. This is Andhatamishra, where we think that death is ultimate. And what happens then? So first is Tamishra, and then is Andhatamishra. And this Andhatamishra is due to tamas. Tamas means ignorance of the existence of soul. We are ignorant. We don't know. We are just concerned with body. We just think the body is ultimate, right? I always quote this. Even when we are talking, normal talking also, we don't consider ourselves as souls. What do we ask when we ask someone, how's everybody in your house? We may say everybody, but actually the word is body, right? So what are we asking? How is every body in your house? Just see. So now we are devotees and you are hearing something, right? From today you shouldn't ask this. You should ask people in the same tone. How are all the souls in your house? You know? In Hindi it sounds right. Aapke ghar ki sari atmaएं कैसी हैं? He'll say, my house is a haunted house. So what are you talking of? But I'm just mentioning, like while talking also, we are so much into bodily consciousness that we can't come out of it. So this is called tamas, that we are ignorant of the soul. So what happens is if you do not know the position of the soul, or if you're not aware, you get too much attached to the body and things related to body. Especially you get attached to enjoyment. And when that attachment increases, becomes very strong, it is called moha. Strong attachment. Me and mine. Right? Bhaktivinoda Thakur says that in all our lifetimes, what have we earned? We have earned only these two things, me and mine. Aham mama abhiman ei matra dhan baddha jiva nija bali jane mane man. He says, aham mama abhiman, that ego, me and mine. See, what is ego? Whenever Prabhupada writes about false ego, he gives the example that we consider ourselves as body. Initially, when I started reading all this, and I was told that you should not have false ego, but you should have real ego, that you are servant of Krishna. And I was thinking, what is this? Because as per me, we should not have ego at all. So am I supposed to go to someone, everyone and say, hey, I'm a servant of Krishna. So should I have that ego? What is it? I couldn't understand for a long time, to be very frank. But after a long time, after reading again and again, I realized ego means your identification. So when you say false ego, it is your false identification. And that is why Prabhupada always gives the example of you consider yourself this body. False identification. And real identification, real ego is your servant of Krishna. So when you are in moha means attachment has increased so much that you're only concerned about me and mine. And this leads to mahamoha. Prabhupada said mahamoha means mad after material enjoyment. You so much crazy about material enjoyment. So these are the 5 conditions created by Lord Brahma. Tamishra, Andhatamishra, Tamas, Moha, Mahamoha. For what? We should enjoy. We should be in illusion. We should go away from Krishna. Now why Brahma, being a devotee, he is doing all this? Brahma is a devotee. He does all this as a service to Krishna. Why as a service to Krishna? Because the conditioned souls here have come away from Krishna to enjoy. And that is why Brahma is helping them in this condition. But Brahma was not very happy. Bhagavatam says he created this, but he was not very happy. As a devotee, he was thinking, what have I done? Jai Shri Shri Radha Gokulanand ki jai, Shri Shri Sitaram Lakshman Hanuman ji ki jai, Gauritai ki jai, Shri Prabhupada. So as a devotee, he was thinking, what have I done? I've created all this. So then he created 4 principles of happy life, good life, or the real life. And what are those 4 principles he created in the form of 4 Kumaras? If you read in Bhagavatam where the Kumaras are taking birth, so there it is said that he created, Prabhupada writes in the purport, he created 4 principles. First one was Sankhya. Sankhya means to know the difference between matter and spirit, body and soul. Whenever we discuss about these kind of things, devotees start sleeping. That, okay, Prabhu, go on. Very nice. Soul and body. You can speak about that. We are in body consciousness. We will see you after 5 minutes. Isn't it? Whenever the philosophy comes, or whenever this soul, body, 3 modes of material nature, creation, devotees feel, very good lecture, bro. We didn't understand anything, so. But this is what Krishna is explaining to Arjuna, the first thing. In Bhagavad Gita, he starts with this. Arjuna was saying, I'm not going to do this, I'm not going to do that, I'm not going to kill. Krishna says, who are you? That's how he begins. So Brahmaji first created, out of 4 Kumaras, the first principle was given to first Kumara was Sankhya. Understand. Second was Yoga. Yoga means what? Yoga means to link to the Supreme. Third, he gave Vairagya. Vairagya means detachment. And fourth he gave is austerity, tapasya. So these 4 principles will take us away from this 5 kind of illusion. So yes, you can blame it to Brahmaji that he did all this, but you can also thank him that he created these 4. We can go towards Krishna. So that should be our life. If we want to be away from this sinful activities, we should come to a stage where we can give up sense enjoyment. For a Vaishnava, it is very important to develop these qualities, to become selfless, to become humble, to become bold. It is very important. When you become selfless, what is the meaning of becoming selfless? We don't want to. Sometimes we are scared. I don't want to become selfless. People will use me as doormat. So I want to show something. What is the meaning of selfless? Or if you're trying to become selfless, it doesn't mean that you're losing your existence. Selfless. Selfless doesn't mean to lose, not to lose your existence, but to purify your existence. That is the meaning of selfless. Doesn't mean we give up all our needs. Sometimes we feel being selfless means give up all your needs. No. We don't give up our need, we connect to the transcendental needs of the soul, or we connect to the needs of the soul. That is being selfless. So what is the result of being selfless? You get sense control. You come out of envy. You come out of fear. That is why it is important for a Vaishnava to be selfless. And only a Vaishnava can be selfless. And selflessly he serves. Second is humility. Humility is very important element in devotional service. One has to be humble. Krishna, when he's speaking about 20 items of knowledge in Bhagavad Gita, the first one he gives is amanitvam. Amanitvam, adambitvam, ahimsa, kshantirajam, acharya, upasanam, shaucham. So many is going on, but begins with amanitvam, humility. So that one should be. So what is humility? Humility is to make your heart so soft that you can allow Radha and Krishna to enter. That is called humility. Humility is not external. That externally I am showing, Prabhuji, you are very great, I am a fallen soul. It happens, right? Many times devotees come. I feel like telling them, if someone comes to me and say, Prabhuji, I'm a fallen soul, I should tell, yes, you are a fallen soul. How will you feel, you tell me? All of you think, okay, you're going to some devotee and say, Prabhuji, Mataji, I'm a very fallen soul. That person says, yes, I know you're a fallen soul. You are not expecting that. We are expecting that the person should say, Prabhu, you are such a great. See your humility. You're considering yourself fallen. So great. I have to learn from you. When you hear this, you are satisfied. I'm a fallen soul. Now I'm a fallen soul, right? But you don't want to hear a person saying, yes, you're a fallen soul, get lost. He's a very arrogant devotee. Right? If someone agrees with you, you will consider him an arrogant devotee. Because you don't want to hear that. So humility is not external. It is internal. You allow the sweetness of Radha and Krishna to enter your heart. You worship Shastras. You understand the legacy given to us by our Acharyas. That is humility. Follow the Acharyas. Follow the Parampara. That is humility. Where you don't create your own things. Where you don't concoct the things. Present as it is. That is humility. And then one should be bold. What is the meaning of being bold? Take a gun and go to the road and shoot people. I'm very bold. To be bold means be bold enough to accept your flaws, your shortcomings. Be bold. That is the problem with us. We don't want to accept our mistakes, our shortcomings, right? We feel I am the best. And if someone tells you, points out your mistake, you're not ready for it. That is called boldness. Be brave, be bold to accept it. Be bold to represent the acharyas. Be bold to protect the truth. When you are presenting something, be bold to present as it is. Present the acharyas. That is called bold. So a devotee of Vaishnava should be humble, selfless and bold. Then he can progress in bhakti and achieve the happiness. Because happiness is not about what I have. Many times we feel like that happiness is about what I have. So happiness is not about what I have. Happiness, it's about who has me. Very important. Who has me? That means who has taken my charge. Krishna has taken, the devotees have taken, Guru has taken, Acharya has taken. That's my happiness. Giving up independent mentality is very important in devotional service. Please don't maintain independent mentality and try to serve Krishna. So we are not here to serve Krishna as I want. We are here to serve Krishna as Acharyas want, as Parampara wants, as my authority wants. That is called humility. That is real happiness. So because when we are serving as I want, we are not serving Krishna, we are serving our ego. So serve Krishna, follow the authority, follow the Guru, follow Parampara. Then the happiness will come. So Krishna and happiness in bhakti, it's like sun. And this material conditioning, what we have, they are like clouds covering the sun. So we have the sun and the clouds cover, right? Sun is always there. Like when you fly in the plane, what do you see? You're flying and you can always see the sun. But then you see down, there are some cities and there are clouds, so you see the cities are dark. Sun is here, very bright, but the cities are dark. The clouds cover. Like Kunti Maharani also puts it. Maya javanika channam agyadhokshajamavyayam. He said, Maya javanika channam. There's a covering of Maya. It's not covering Krishna, it's covering us. So Maya javanika channam. So Krishna and happiness of bhakti is like sun and material conditioning are like cloud. So if we have to ensure undeviated bhakti to Krishna, then we should have a support system. And what is the support system? Number one, develop philosophical conviction by serious study of the Shastras. If you really want to come into this position that you can see Krishna, you can attain that happiness, you can be close to Krishna, first thing is develop conviction. Philosophical conviction, not sentimental conviction. Through good study of Shastras. Prabhupada wanted each of us to read his books. He writes in Chaitanya Charitamrita Madhya Leela, in one of the purports, that if you don't read, you will just eat, sleep, and lose a golden opportunity to achieve self-realization. So Prabhupada said like that. I have translated so many books, you should read. So get philosophical conviction by study of the Shastras. That is very important. Serious study of the Shastras. There is something called reading, there is something called study. I'm saying study of the Shastras. That means to understand what the Acharyas want. To understand, not just a simple reading. Of course we should. That also is beneficial. The second thing should be the commitment to live life as per the spiritual principles. That should be our second thing. First, we study the Shastras to develop philosophical conviction. Second, we live our life as per the spiritual principles. So our life should be molded in such a way that we never ever go away from spiritual principles. That is up to us. We can mold our life in that way. So that our life should be based on spiritual principles. Like we take vows in initiation. Then vows are, okay, I'm going to do this, and then we are bound by those vows. So that's very important. We should do. Third thing is create a devotional culture. Wherever you are, create a culture. If you really want to be happy. A very good example is given. One time, a mother wanted to teach the son. So she called him to the kitchen and she had 3 pots with hot water, 3 pots on the fire, and then she put in one potatoes, in another eggs, and in another coffee beans or coffee seeds. And then she boiled all the 3. So when the boiling was being done, all the 3 were having different effects. So she first showed the child the potatoes. What happened to the potato? When it is not boiled, then it is very strong, right? And when it is boiled, what happens? It becomes soft. So that was the first effect. Second effect to the eggs. Egg, when it is not boiled, inside it is liquid. But after boiling, what happens? It becomes semi-solid or solid, right? Or we can say it becomes strong. The third thing was to the coffee seeds. What happened to the coffee seeds? The whole water became the same color. That's what happened after you boil the coffee seeds. So she asked the child, did you understand? The child, obviously, like us, did not understand anything. So then she explained. She explained these are the 3 kinds of people. Boiling means troubles in life. Reversals, we are facing difficulties. So these are 3 kinds of people. When difficulties comes, the first type, potato type, is what? They become very weak inside. They are not able to face the problems. They are not able to face the challenges. So they become very weak inside. Like potato becomes very soft. Although initially it was very strong, but they become weak. Second is egg type of people. When the problems come, difficulties come in life, what happens? They become, they make their heart very hard. They become hard-hearted people. This world is useless, not going to do anything. There are people, if there is problem, they just leave everything. It's useless thing. Even in devotion sometime, we face problems that I'm not going to come to the temple from tomorrow. So they become hard-hearted. And the third kind of people who, when they face problem or challenges, they try to create a similar culture around them so that they can be happy. Like when we are in this world, we can be happy if we create a nice culture around us, similar culture of devotion. So wherever you are at home, you are at work, you are at wherever, try to create that culture. Try to have that culture if possible. And then we should have adequate engagement in seva. Very important. Otherwise, temptations will arise. Devotees should not be sitting idle. Should have enough engagement in seva. If you don't have, go to your authorities. Tell them, I want to do it. Why am I not getting? But you should have. Otherwise, temptations take over. So it is very important to have adequate engagement. At the same time, we should be very sincerely praying and chanting the holy name. So when we hear the classes, we should be submissive. When we are chanting the holy name, we should be attentive. And when we are serving, we should be humble. So hear submissively, chant attentively, and serve humbly. That is very important to do. And of course, with this way, it can remove the cloud and we can experience the happiness of devotional service. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Thank you very much. And I'm sorry I took 2 minutes extra. Do we have any questions and comments? If allowed, I mean, those of you who wish to leave, you're free to leave. Class is over. Yes, Prabhu. Can we have the mic? And
it brings to mind all these things that you've said. It seems to be included in this Shikshakstakam verse. Verse 4. Na dahanam na janam na sundaram kavatam jagat ishakam mam janmani ishvar bhavatad bhaktir ahe tukitiv. O son of Mara, oh Lord, I do want followers. I don't want fame.
you can speak on mic.
Sorry, I don't want fame. I don't want followers. I don't want
Liberation
anything.
also.
All I want is your causeless devotional service, birth after birth. Now, it seems to me that all we want is our causeless, without desires. All I want are your to be desireless, but my only desire is to serve you birth after birth, wherever that might be. It's a beautiful verse, and it seems to encapsulate so much things, all to do with service.
Yes.
It's selfless, no cause. Yeah. Okay.
Thank you. Very nice. Good connection. Thank you. Nadhanam na janam na sundarim kavitam va jagadish kamaye mama janmani janmanishwari bhavatad bhaktir ahetukitvayi. Any questions or comments? Anyone else? Yes, Prabhu.
Thank you, AtulKrishna Prabhu, for a nice class. My question is about, in terms of the four regulative principles. I was wondering about their scriptural origin. Is it from the pastime with Parikshit Maharaj?
Which one?
And Kali, when I know he banished Kali, but I just wondered about the origin of the four regulative principles.
Four regulative principles?
Yes, in the scriptures.
What we follow?
Yes.
Okay. Yes, it is there also. And if you read Mahabharata, there is a section called Vidur Niti. Vidur Niti means instructions given by Vidura. And in that, Vidura, one of his instruction is that if you call yourself human, then you need to follow these four regulative principles. And he adds 2-3 more. But these 4 regulative principles are coming from there. So Vidura says that if you don't follow, you cannot be considered as human. So this following 4 regulative principles does not make us devotee. It makes us human, as per Vidura. So this origin of this can be traced. It may be there in other places also, but as far as my knowledge goes, it can be traced in Mahabharata in Vidura Niti. Thank you. Yes, Mataji. Yes.
Hare Krishna, you mentioned that Brahma's created 5 kinds of illusions. How do you move through each one to make sure you become more elevated?
Okay. That's how the 4 principles were given, because for us in the conditioned stage, to come out of it on our own is very difficult. The first condition is that we have the enjoying tendency called tamishra. So to give up the enjoying tendency, we need to surrender to a spiritual master. Because enjoying tendency means I'm independent, I can do whatever I want. But when you take the shelter of Guru, that means you are accepting that now you need some treatment. So first thing is that. That's why when we do the 64 angas of bhakti, the first one is to accept the shelter of a spiritual master. So it begins with that. If you want to go through the next one, if you say from Tamishra, is the Andha Tamishra, where you are considering death to be the ultimate thing. So then how it comes, when you take the shelter of the spiritual master, what happens? You take knowledge. Arjuna did the same thing. In the 2nd chapter, 7th verse, he takes the shelter. Karpanya doshopahata svabhava. And then what happens? Next is, Krishna starts giving knowledge. So what is the knowledge? We are not this body, we are soul. So the death to be the ultimate is removed by proper knowledge given by the spiritual master. Then the third one we go is, because of that thing, tamas. That is, we are not aware of the soul, because we consider everything as to the body. So when you get this knowledge, then the knowledge has to be realized. Prabhupada speaks about Jnana and Vijnana. So knowledge and the application of knowledge, science. So then we come to the stage, after accepting spiritual master, we come to the stage of taking knowledge and then applying knowledge. And what is the application of knowledge? We start acting on the level of the soul. We don't consider the body to be everything. So we start acting. That is the third stage that can be away from tamas. And that tamas creates attachment. So with the progress in bhakti, the detachment comes. Detachment cannot come just by hearing one class. When you progress, when you follow the process, when you chant the holy name, when you serve Krishna, slowly detachment comes. It's very difficult to be detached from everything in the world. But because when you serve Krishna, detachment comes. We have seen in the lives of many devotees, even present, that how detached they are just by serving Krishna. So the detachment comes. And then the Mahamoha is where you are mad after the material enjoyment. But when you follow the process, when you are detached, then what happens last is you become mad after Krishna. And that is the perfection of life. Thank you. Okay, any other question? Thank you very much. Grantharaj Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai, Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Nitai Gaur Premanande, Hari Hari Bhavo.